Hi, so I think this is YouTube, right? I'm on here because I don't know. I got the window down, so that's why I got the mask on. But I'm on here because I want to say thank the Lord for all things, and this your girl S. I'm on here because I'm having issues in my marriage. You see, it's like I'm always having issues in my marriage. I don't have any friends to call my own, so I have to resort to things like this. I don't think I would go on Facebook. It's important to keep your business private, and you know. Excuse me, I don't have on no makeup, but your girls still fly. Anyway, it's important to keep your business private and stuff like that. I definitely get that, but sometimes you want somebody to talk to. And the friends I did have, this one friend I had, she kind of was like dominant, and I'm the type person, if we're friends, I like to go with the flow type person. This person actually said, I don't know how to be a friend. So to me, I was like, you know what? After I had my child, I said, you know what? I have to consider my family first, and then myself, because I wasn't considering myself. I was so desperate for a friendship that any and everything went. So, but okay, that's that. And another friend I had, so it's three friends. That friend, and it's another friend I have, or I had rather. I tried to reach out to her. We were high school friends, and she just wasn't ready to be, like, she just wasn't. Sometimes you can be patient and wait on people to become whoever they need to be if you're friends with them, but I'm still like giving and giving, and she's like taking. She's not really giving back. So it's kind of hard and sad, because I remember she was such a sweet person, but life got to her, and difficult circumstances, situation, which is all of our cases, you know. But maybe mentally she's not ready, and that's okay. And my third friend, she lives further away than I do, and we still talk over the phone, but and we're like close friends. We've been friends for over 25 years. So, but anyway, I'm on here because obviously I don't have any friends to talk to. Really, you know, I don't want to keep calling people. I'm on here because I'm having marital issues. You know, anybody out there who can relate. I don't want to make this too long, but it's just so hard being in a marriage. I've been married for 15 years with my husband. We've been together for 19, 4 children, and it's just so hard, you know. At this point, you would think that your spouse knows your love language, knows your, you know, anger points and different things, and try to work with you. But in my case, that isn't the case. I'm not no saint, and I'm not trying to proclaim that I am, but I do know I love hard, and that can get me into a lot of trouble. And it has gotten me into a lot of trouble. For instance, you know, when I love hard, it also comes with me being vulnerable. So, sorry. So I actually, you know, disclosed to my husband about some of the issues I was having growing up, and I never dealt with that as an adult, you know. And, you know, he's just like, okay, and fell asleep. So yesterday we got in like a little argument, and I think he kind of brought it up, you know, it's all in your head and stuff like that. And it's just like, wow, you really think that you can talk to this person one day, and only to find out it's just a bunch of malarkey, you know. It's like really hard. It's like pulling teeth, you know. So I just don't know what to do, you know. And the problem is very simple. I actually want to do something that's beneficial to the body of Christ. I'm a Christian, and my husband always, put it like this, every time I wanted to do something for other people, less fortunate or not, it's always think about your family first, make sure your family is taken care of before you help somebody else. He has always told me that, to try to stop me from doing anything. I take it as the devil. That, to me, that's demonic. Now, to other people, it might sound like, oh, that's smart. Actually think about what you're doing. Think about your family. But God is not, we haven't been lack over here because of God. You know, our family, our bills still get paid by the grace of God. Everyone has, no one is underweight, put it like that. And the fact that he's not trusting the fact that he's not trusting God with me, instead of us putting our heads together and saying, hey, you know, let's do this thing together. He's like, well, if it's not my way, I don't want to be in it. And he told me that yesterday. Oh, well, basically, if it's not my way, I'm not going to be in it. Okay. Then don't be a part of this journey with me. Because I love to help people. I love to serve people, but I don't want to use that word serve, because I don't want no one to say, oh, that's you trying to be like me. No. It's a lot of people out here saying serve. But I like to help people. I like to uplift people. I like to be an encourager. Everything. You know, I can't be everything for everybody, but whoever needs me at the moment, or how I want to put myself out there and be available, I don't think that should be a problem. I don't think that should be a problem or problematic. But unfortunately it is. And my husband, we argued about it yesterday. So he actually, you know, I was doing my feet, a little self-care today. And he actually came to me and said, hey, I wanted to apologize about everything yesterday. I just want you to understand that you got to think about the family first. Make sure we stocked up before you do. So my thing is this. If you're not bringing me anything logical or tangible, I really can't make sense. And if you can't make sense of it, I won't try to make sense of it either. Like, I won't even meet you halfway if you're not making any type of sense. Now, I do understand what my husband means when he say things like, oh, well, think about the family first. Okay. I think about the family, but I have always wanted to do different things throughout our relationship, and it was always, oh, you should think about your family first. Well, my oldest is 18. My son is 15. Our son is 15. Our youngest is, one of our youngest is 13, and the other one is 1. How am I not thinking about our children? And in fact, I'm thinking about them so much that he always tells me, you always thinking about everyone else. You always thinking about the kids first. And me, why don't you take some time off for you? So when I take some time off of me and do what I want to do as far as helping the body of Christ and just being, you know, giving back to the community and doing what I need to do, it's a problem. Oh, I don't think you should, I didn't say you can't do it. I'm just saying you should just think about the family first. And it's like, bruh, I'm sick of think about the family first. Like, stop telling me this. Stop telling me to think about the family first when, it's like, stop telling me to think about the family first when you're not even thinking about the family. To me, thinking about the family is life insurance, health insurance, 401k plans, dental plans, like that's thinking about our family. I mean, Affleck, like that's thinking about our family, our children, not the here and now. And here and now is going to perish. Like, think about when you're not here. Your children can have something to go off of. Okay, well, my daddy or mommy left me a little bit of this to get started with in life. Now, oh, well, you can't just keep, you can't do this and you can't do that. And so it just turned into another big argument because I'm like, I'm not the one, I'm not the one to back down. A lot of the times I was, and that's how I became so submissive and my way of thinking, and I just broke down. I was depressed, I was stressed, everything. I got a ton of weight on me now because I'm so damn stressed. But, and it's always, think about the family. It's like, can't you think about anybody else other than our family? Why do you? But see, the thing is, okay, this is what I want to do. I wasn't going to expose it because none of no one's business. Just like this whole conversation, but whatever. I want to help the homeless, feed the poor. That's what I want to do. That's just a ministry I want to do. And I've always wanted to help people. I love helping people. I love people. That's why people get a whole bunch of chances, because I love them. People say, oh, you're fake, you're phony, because I'm not like you. I give people chances. God gave me a chance and chances. Who am I not to give the next person a chance? So I want to help feed the homeless. And he's just like, oh, think about our children first. Our children, like they're like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 children, and our youngest is 1, yes, but then we have a 13, a 15, and an 18-year-old. I don't understand what the problem is. And I don't, maybe you guys can help me, because it's something I'm missing. Oh, goodness. It's something I'm missing, something I'm just not really getting. I'm just not understanding. Wow, I got to go way up Germantown there. So it's just like it's something I'm missing. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe God will say, listen, you were wrong in this area. Because I don't want anything to cause a problem. That's how I've always been thinking in my marriage. I don't want anything to cause a problem between me and my husband. And then I end up, we end up arguing or whatever like that. So I just always left it alone. Okay, babe, I want to do this. I want to do that. What do you think? I want your opinions, your suggestions, and your ideas. Not your criticism and thinking I'm a child. Like, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that. We teach our children this is what you should and shouldn't do. When it comes to your spouse, here's what I think. That's a great idea, but let me see what else. Or, whatever. Brainstorming together. But you can't just say flat out no, or just everything I want to do. He's just opposed to it. Now, I must admit, back in the day, I was very impulsive. These days, not so much. Not because of the corona, but I'm just not an impulsive person anymore. Thank God for that. Maybe a couple things, like if I see some shoes, oh my goodness. But when it comes to to give you an example, I started nursing school back in 2014. I became discouraged when I failed one of my tests, and they dropped me, so I just became, homicidal, suicidal, everything, you name it. And I just became really impulsive by getting things, doing things, just jumping into this thing, jumping into that, and then God just set me down when I got pregnant with my 4th child. Thank God for that. And he started talking to me as I was, while I was pregnant and stuff. And I'm talking about God. He was talking to me, speaking to my spirit, and kind of got me thinking, you don't have to be impulsive. I'm in charge. And I thank God for that. So even with this is not me being impulsive. This is just an idea. I mean, you can, and my husband asked me, he said, well, when do you plan on starting? I said, well, this week. I want to do it 3 days a week. And he said, well, maybe you should just do it every 2 weeks. Okay, that's an idea, but here's the thing. People are hungry every day. And even if I'm not out there every day, I wanted to do it three times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. But actually, I was going to start this Wednesday, like tomorrow. Today's Tuesday. And he's just, instead of saying, well, you know what, let's just see how this thing goes, let's just try it out. No, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't think so. Okay. God bless you, bro. And I'm still moving on. When you're married, you have to be together. My husband, he put everything before our marriage. Is what hurt our marriage. He put everything before our marriage. I mean, his friends come. He might think not. Oh, well, I pay the bills. Okay. You want to eat too. And you want to, you want some heat and some air, whenever, you can feel it or whatever, how the weather changes, So you want to have the benefits of, when you pay the bills, you can't say it like, oh, I pay the bills. It's such a big deal. Thank you for paying the bills. A lot of people aren't. But at the same time, it's like, this is what you're supposed to do. I work too, and I pay some bills. Well, not really, but I pay some bills. I pay what I can. But my thing is this. When you're married, you're supposed to be on one accord, you're not going to agree on everything. But if we're not going to agree on it, let's be adults enough to say, hey, we're going to have to agree to disagree. Not start an argument, call names, be disrespectful, trying to be a tyrant, taking over things. That is where I draw the line. And people say, oh, well, at least he's paying the bills. At least? I don't want to at least you pay the bills. Pay the bills. And just, it is what it is. Don't complain and everything like that. But it's just really hard. Marriage is just like really, 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 really hard. Come on. It's like really hard. And I'm just like, how can I? What in the deuce? It's just really hard. I don't know. just like the same old. Every single time I want to do something, I know it's like repetitive, but it's like every time I want to do something, it's like, oh, well, think about your family, think about the children. It's like, are you kidding me? And then he said, well, that was in the past, but you're saying it now. What do you mean, think about our children and our family now? Why are you saying this? And then they say, oh, well, they were out there all that time and they was getting fed. Why do you have to be the one to feed them? You are very selfish, self-centered, and then we start to argue. All I ask him is why. Why do you have to, all I came down here, this is ridiculous. All I came down here to do is apologize. And you turn it into something big. No, you're acting ridiculous. And you don't see me as a woman. And that's what it is. After all these years, he doesn't see me as a woman. He just sees me as this little girl. So it's real difficult, but thank God for all things. That's all I have to say. Any ideas, thoughts, concerns, whatever.